Hi, Victoria here from HBA and Compass, the Bookkeeper Hub and author of Zest for Success. Back in my car studio again, sitting waiting for the kids to be picked up, so I thought as any good busy mother would that I'd make the best use of my time, and continuing to work through the chapters of the Zest for Success book and looking at the way that we have been able to grow in the Bookkeeper Hub using the Zest for Success method. Now today we're going to be talking about processes and procedures, and I know it's going to sound really nerdy, but I really get off on this kind of stuff. And you know why? Because it has allowed me as director of a bookkeeping business to be able to delegate work to my staff. Now, we've talked about delegation before, and the reality is that no matter how good you are at what you do, if you're going to grow your business, then you need to be able to have people that you can delegate to. Whether it be staff, subbies or outsourced staff, if you want to grow, you need to let go. You need to focus on the things that you're good at and do the things that you're good at and get someone else to do the rest. But of course there's always that feeling of anxiety when you want to do that, because no one else can do it the same way you do. Oh, they don't know how I do it. They won't do the same job I will. They won't get the same result. Well, the only answer I've got to you is if you have processes and procedures, you're going to get them on the way to get the end result the same way that you would. Yes, perhaps it may be 98% as good as what you can do, but at the end of the day, if you need to grow, and to grow your business, you need to have more customers and more sales, then you need to have more people doing different jobs within your business. So creating processes and procedure is really important. Now, before I get in depth into the different types of processes and procedures, I just want to give you a bit of a heads up about the way that we do things here at the Bookkeeper Hub. Now, obviously our business is very much computer based, so we're sitting at desktops and we're using computers. So we use a program called Camtasia that we actually screenshot what our processes are, what we're doing. So for instance, if I'm in Xero and I'm doing a bank reconciliation, I can put my headset on, talk to my computer and explain what I am doing as I'm doing it. Then I can get that video, I can send it across to my VA in the Philippines, and I can ask her to produce a flow chart of what the procedure is or how the process works, and also to do step-by-step bullet points on how to go through the process. So procedures are an overarching group of what it is that you do. The processes are the step-by-step items of getting to where you need to be. So it's not necessarily a difficult thing to do, and it's not necessarily something that you yourself need to do. You can ask your staff to do it. If you do have staff, you can ask them to screenshot what they're doing. They may do the flow chart, or they may do the dot points, or you can outsource it. It's up to you and your business the way that you want to do it. In our accounting firm, HBA and Compass, I was only saying to someone the other day that they came in early in the morning and I was the only one in there, and usually our receptionist says, oh, would you like a cup of coffee? And they said to me, oh, no coffee this morning. I said, no, because I don't know how to use the coffee machine. I don't drink coffee. And then I said, you know what? We should make a process about this, how to use the coffee machine. And they went, oh, that's a bit boring. I said, yeah, it is. But what I can do is I can grab my phone and I can video Jackie making the coffee. And so then I can play that video back and go step by step through into what I need to do to make a coffee using the coffee machine. Now, in this instance, we came to an agreement. I made him a cup of tea. Simple. I can make a cup of tea. But what I'm trying to get to you is that the process of creating procedures does not need to be a big onerous one. It's whatever works for you. So I mentioned Camtasia before. Camtasia has a couple of baby brothers because Camtasia's quite expensive to buy. So there is Jing, which is a free version, and there is Snagit, which is a paid version, but it's not as big as Camtasia. So what that means is it doesn't have video editing capabilities, so you can record, but you can't do different things with it. But you can, if you do have the the bigger version, or someone else who has video editing software, you can add it into that to do edits. We use Lucid Charts, which is a subscription base for doing our flow charts. And then we use Google Sites for actually keeping our procedures in. So Google Sites is a bit, if you can imagine, a normal Windows directory where you have all the list of the things that's there. So we'll have sales, marketing, delivery, admin, or whatever it happens to be, and below that are different processes and procedures. You can click on each of one of them. Ideally there's a video at the top, then there's a flow chart that they can look at, and then there's the dot points below it. Now obviously it does take a while to get in and actually process them, but have a crack. That's my task for you today, is to actually video something, whether it be with your phone or whether it be with Jing or Snagit, and try and make a process out of it. And you can imagine that if you just start with everything that you do and just slowly video and go through, you can actually create a whole system of processes which become procedures, or a procedures manual, quite easily and succinctly. So that's all for today. I don't want to bore you totally about processes and procedures. Have a go. Give me some feedback. Either email me at admin@bookkeeperhub.com.au if you want some help or some guidance, or post something on the bottom of this video and let me know how you go. I'll see you on the other side.